Hello Virgo, and welcome to the Lynx Tarot. My name is Monica and this reading is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is for the next week, the next 7 days, and it is a timeless reading. So whenever you're watching, that is when it is intended for. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We are starting with the Energy Oracle cards, Virgo. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to draw a couple of these cards first and then get into the tarot, okay? All of these decks have been cleared and pre-shuffled. I've already cleared and meditated on this space for your reading, Virgo. Okay, these are feeling like they're ready to be cut. This is for Virgo. Okay, so your first card out, Virgo, is the World. Oh my gosh, how exciting. The World. Love it. All right, Virgo, I'm going to read more into those after I get into the tarot, okay? And we've got 48, Angel of Balance. Beautiful. Lots of blues in these cards you have so far, Virgo. And the World is 29. So you have 29 and 48 if you'd like to look up those numbers and see if you can get any additional meanings. So there may be additional messages for you. Just always go with your intuition. And for the tarot, I am using the Everyday Witch Tarot, okay? So we're going to start with your first card for your most important situation this week, and then challenges, advice, and outcome. Okay, Virgo. What does Virgo need to know? Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Virgo, please like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate that. And please leave a comment below how this resonates as we get into this. Okay, Virgo. What does Virgo need to know? I'm going to cut, and there we go. Okay, so Virgo, your first card out is the Eight of Swords, okay? So that's your most important situation for this week. So maybe needing to release yourself from something, Virgo. You have the power. Challenges. The Eight of Pentacles, which is an awesome card. I love that card. Advice, we have the Hanged Man. I almost turned it the other way. The Hanged Man. Okay, that's advice. And then outcome, we have the Page of Cups. Nice, Virgo. Okay, I'm going to clarify this row and then read into these cards. So we're clarifying the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles. So you have two eights. The Hanged Man, and the Page of Cups. So I'm getting Infinity with the number 8. Okay. And Cycles with the World. All right. Whoops, we've got 2 popping out. Oh, 3. Gosh, normally, you know what? I'm going to keep shuffling because normally I don't take that many pop outs at once. If they're meant to come out again, they will. Okay. So we're clarifying the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and the Page of Cups. All right, one more. Just feeling like they needed a little extra shuffle this reading. Okay, so clarifying the Eight of Swords, we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, so I think something's going to come in for you fast that's going to help you snap out of it, Virgo. Clarifying the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Page of Pentacles. Okay, clarifying the Hanged Man. We have the Eight of Cups, okay? So we have 8 again. We have 8 3 times, 3 8s. So the Eight of Cups is clarifying the Hanged Man, and clarifying the Page of Cups, you have the Wheel of Fortune, okay? And I love how the Wheel of Fortune comes out with the World, okay? And that's really neat. Okay, Virgo, so let's get into this. So your most important situation this week, the most important thing going on is self-imposed restriction of the Eight of Swords. So Virgo, you need to release yourself from something, okay? Nothing is keeping you bound, nothing is keeping you tied but yourself, okay? And with the Knight of Swords clarifying that, okay, it's kind of the opposite energy. Here in the Eight of Swords, you're like really scared and kind of cowering and hiding and afraid to look up. But the Knight of Swords is like, let's go. Like, let's just cut through this. Let's just go. And the Knight of Swords can be a little bit reckless. But I think what it's showing here is the opposite extreme of the energy of the Eight of Swords, okay? The Knight of Swords, I think that's you really wanting to release yourself from that pent-up energy And sometimes in order to do so, like see how the birds are flying all over the place? Like sometimes in order to release yourself, it kind of feels like energies are flying all over the place. But I think in this case, it is okay. The Knight of Swords could be a hasty energy coming in. It could be. I mean, that could be one or a couple of you. But I think in this case, it is symbolizing the fact that you really want to release yourself and just let it fly. Okay, Virgo, let it fly, let it go. Don't try to control everything. Okay, just let it fly, release yourself, and let the chips fall where they may. Okay, so that's your situation. Your challenge is we have the Eight of Pentacles. So this is a more serene energy, okay? Like she is, the witch on this card is content doing what she's doing. She's organized. She's making money. She's doing everything Virgo wants to do. And you can get back to that, okay? And you can do that while you're sorting through releasing yourself from the other thing that's going on. But that's got to get released, okay? Clarifying the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Page of Pentacles, okay? There's more money to be made. So out of something that you're already creating, you can create something new, and it will just continue and continue on. The Page of Pentacles is also flipping a coin. He's got a map in front of him, trying to decide, like, where else do I want to take this? Okay, Virgo, so what I'm getting here is you need to release yourself from something so that you have access to your thoughts and the opportunities coming in so that you can figure out which direction you want to take, okay? You're doing great, Virgo. Like, what I'm seeing is that you're doing freaking great, okay? And more greatness wants to come through you. So for your advice card, we have the Hanged Man, okay? So, this could be about timing, about reflection. The clouds are clearing, okay? And again, I don't want to say self-imposed as I would say with the Eight of Swords, but you have put yourself in a time out, Virgo, and that can actually be a good thing, but don't stay there too long, okay? Because what you need to do, similar to my original message, is move on. The Eight of Cups is moving on from what no longer serves you. So you can take your time in the hangman position for a little while, but you have the key to let yourself down. You can actually just slip out of those chains if you want, because you're smart enough to not bound yourself to something permanently. So let yourself reflect for a little while. Let yourself see this from a different perspective and realize it's time to move on from what no longer serves you, Virgo, even though some of those things may have been really great, actually, maybe some not so great, but it's time to move on. Those experiences are of the past now, okay? Like the flame is burning out from those past experiences, and it's time to move on. Don't get stuck in reflection for too long. And for your outcome position, we have the Page of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so the Page of Cups, again, is a new creation, and it's about not being afraid to get messy. So I'm going to go over here a second to the Knight of Swords. It kind of reminds me of what I was saying with the Knight of Swords. Just let it fly. Don't be afraid to get messy, because what's going to come out of all of that scattered mental energy and stuff you don't want to think about anymore is like all these beautiful colors in the Page of Cups. Like, open up some tubes of paint and get messy. You know, don't be afraid to get messy, because it's going to be in a fun way. It's going to be in a fun way, Virgo, okay? It sounds like a really interesting week. Okay, look at the Wheel of Fortune. Again, with timing, it is time, Virgo. It's time to release yourself. It's time to enjoy yourself and not be too serious about work. Get back to creation. Get back to your center. Find your power. And luck is turning in your favor. There's all beautiful things on this Wheel of Fortune. All beautiful things. There's a house, a pot of gold. What do we have? The sun, an engagement ring, a heart. So, you know, the world is your oyster, Virgo. Okay? And you have the power. Awesome, Virgo. Okay, so we're going to go over to the Angel Wisdom Tarot. I like to pull a couple from here to reflect on along with the main part of the tarot reading. Very direct messages, Virgo. I like this. Okay, and all those eights, I love it. I love that. Look that up. You've got 3 8s. So that equals 24. So look up the number 8, number 24, and the number 6, because 2 and 4 is 6. and see what resonates with you. All right, Virgo. What does Virgo need to know from the Angel Wisdom Tarot? Virgo. All right. This is a really thick deck. Okay, Virgo. We have the Two of Cups. All right. Beautiful things coming in. A beautiful partnership in one form or another. And it says falling in love or the resurgence of a romantic relationship. Forgiveness and the ending of challenges. Exchanging gifts. Don't give up on people you love. Very nice, Virgo. And it says, where was that? Forgiveness and the ending of challenges. Okay. So here we see the ending of challenges in the Eight of Cups too. Okay. But it's up to you whether or not you're going to move on away from those challenges or not. And if you do, I mean, it could bring you to this, to the very, love we see on this card, Cupid's arrows, the couple together, or it could bring you a partnership of some sort. Okay. It doesn't have to be love. I mean, it could be business, but I'm getting a love partnership here. And we've got the Seven of Fire, which is the Seven of Wands. And it says, stand up for yourself and your beliefs. Have confidence. Challenge those in power, but also choose your battles wisely, Virgo, okay? What I'm getting here with choose your battles wisely is kind of more like pick your battles, Virgo. Like, think about it. Like, is such and such really worth arguing about? This other thing might be truly important and make sense, but some things really aren't worth fighting. So pick your battles, Virgo. That's what I'm getting there, okay? All right, now we're going to go over to the energy oracle cards. So I've got number 29 with the World. Okay, and I'm going to look at the book for some of these definitions. I do look at them intuitively as well as I do with the cards, okay? So it says expansion and opening up the world. Where we go. So the man in this picture is looking out over a bay. Let me show you that again, okay? He's looking out over a bay, above which the beautiful sphere of the earth is rotating. This card is reminding you to expand your vision and contemplate some much broader options, okay? Expand your vision and contemplate much broader options. The world is wide, so there's a lot out there to consider, okay? It could be referring to expanding a more global network through the internet or social marketing. It's letting you know you have unlimited resources available to you. Now is the time to think big. The world is your oyster. Okay, beautiful. And there's an affirmation with these cards too. So I'm just put that down and go to the affirmation. And it says, my life expands into boundless horizons with unlimited powerful energy. A world of possibilities is open to me now. Beautiful, Virgo. And we have the Angel of Balance with number 48. Beautiful angel. Beautiful, serene, peaceful angel. This angelic healing wants to come in for you, Virgo. Okay, so that's number 48. Here we go. It says being centered and self-honoring in your choices. Okay. A strong destiny relies on a solid foundation of personal balance and emotional equanimity. Although things may have been out of sync in the past, this card is telling you that a greater equilibrium is now coming to your life. Very nice. So remain conscious of balancing your goals. When you find yourself getting off center or losing focus, call upon this beautiful angel and bring her attention to your heart center. Your intuition will lead you in the right direction. Okay, and the affirmation, it says, I live a balanced and centered life. As I care for myself, the universe cares for me also. Beautiful, Virgo. Okay, Virgo, I'm going to go over here to the Angel Answers cards. So if you have a question, you can reflect on it now, but you don't have to. You don't have to have a question. If there are any messages that resonate, as I read these cards, you will know. Okay. What else does Virgo need to know from the Angel Answers? So that last deck was Angel Wisdom Tarot. These are the Angel Answers Oracle cards. Angel answers. What else does Virgo need to know? Virgo. Okay. It is not the right time for something right now. And I was talking about timing in a couple of cards. The Hanged Man, the Wheel of Fortune. There's something about timing. So right now is not the right time for something. So look inside and use your intuition and you will know what that means, Virgo. Not the right time. One more for Virgo. We've got two popping out here, so I'm just going to take them. Okay, we have communicate clearly, Virgo. Time to communicate clearly. It's always important to communicate clearly. And we have forgiveness, okay? So forgiveness doesn't mean to excuse. It means to release yourself, okay? So we have the Eight of Swords and the Hanged Man and the Eight of Cups all saying to release yourself, okay? And this has to do with forgiveness, okay? So don't attach guilt or dogma to the word forgiveness. That's not what this is all about. And I think you need to look into your heart, Virgo, and forgive yourself for not being perfect or not doing things perfectly or for things not working out the way you wanted them to. Start with forgiving yourself, Virgo, and go easy on others as well as you see fit, okay? That just came up for me. All right, Virgo, we are going to wrap up this reading with the Chakra Love cards. Just a little affirmation and advice to send you off with. We got a little pop out here. I get this a lot in these readings. Chakra Balance. Out of chaos comes creation. And how many times did that come out in this reading? And cycles. And Amazonite, Carnelian, Peach Moonstone, and Red Jasper. If you're into gemstones, you can meditate with those stones. Meditate on all of your chakras or any chakra to find some balance. Out of chaos comes creation. Okay, don't be afraid of chaos, Virgo. Don't be afraid of chaos because the answers come out and creation. One more. One more for Virgo. Okay, and we have fertility and the sacral chakra, and it's Peach Moonstone, okay? And it says, let your life burst forth from the seeds of creation. Okay, Virgo, something that you've been creating maybe, and it's important to release yourself from the past or whatever is making you feel trapped because you're wanting to create, okay? It's hard to hold these together. You're wanting and needing to create. Let your life burst forth from the seeds of creation, okay? And there's monetary gain with this, okay? But do what you love, and there's monetary gain. All right, Virgo, very beautiful reading. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you again soon. Take care, Virgo.